maybe I could explain it this way. Like, if you ever listen to NPR,
Yes.
right? Okay. So NPR versus, say, Fox News. When NPR starts a
I don't know
news article,
what's the difference. I don't really get it.
yeah. So NPR starts a news article with ideas, right? And then they go chirp, chirp, chirp. We're in the Okavango swamp, where the giant alligator spends its life, and on the skin of the alligator lives the mosquito, and the mosquito does not get enough oxygen, then it strays from the swamp and finds new places to nest its young. And this is why the villagers in Donkadaga are not able to find food, because of the three-eyed alligator in the giant canal of the river.
Yeah.
Now you go to Fox News and go, African villages need rice immediately from UNICEF helicopter lift. Right?
Yeah.
One is ideas to let you
like
begin to be familiar with the territory and the idea, the space that you're moving into, and one is a blast of information or features and benefits. So if I was to start with this, today, life is so hectic. There are very few moments to ourselves in which we can enjoy a moment of peace. One of those moments is the first few sips of coffee, right? That, for many of us, begins our day and either sets us on a course of satisfaction, hope, a goal attainment, and relationships with humans, or sets us off as irritable, frustrated, and unable to manage the relationships around us, right? The importance of that one singular moment today sets the human race moving in one direction or another.
Yeah.
It's an idea.
Yeah, billions of dollars of energy are wasted every day by that first cold sip of coffee.
So it's the importance of having fresh food prepared correctly at the beginning of the day to start us off cannot be understated. But it's a problem.
Yeah.
Right? Most coffee cups, are made in China, or even if they're made in the U.S., very inexpensively, right? With not a lot of thought to the conductive properties, because it's hard to make a cup that conducts heat with certain ways, and it's expensive, it's difficult, it requires engineering, right? And it costs more. But when you achieve this singular goal, you have something that is quite extraordinary, right? So the right way to start a presentation is with big ideas. And so what it does is it calms the mind of the other person down, and it lets them know they're going to hear some new, interesting, novel things. If you just start with features and benefits, the cup is white, it's made from ceramic, it's inexpensive, you put the liquid in and it maintains its heat. Once you're done features and benefits, there's nothing to discuss but price.
Right.
After price, there's discounting. After discounting, there's please send the information, and then there's going to the internet to look for a cheaper one. Right. So starting with an idea, and so there's so many great things that come from starting with an idea as opposed to features and benefits. And it lets the buyer know that you're not a typical salesman that is just going to go on the attack and promote their own product. Right. With exception to what your needs are. When you start slowly with an idea that's interesting, new, novel, engaging, capturing the imagination of the buyer, it lets them know that they're in the hands of a professional, right? And that it's a peer, that it's not that you're a salesman and I'm a buyer, right? So now we move into selling strategy. If you convince the buyer that you're a lowly salesman pushing features and benefits, and he's the important person in the relationship that has the money and can give you the purchase order, right? Then there's a social imbalance. Lowly salesman, buyer that controls the money. And now you're constantly trying to earn the respect, the attention, and the wanting of the buyer, right? So if the buyer believes that you are both socially equal, or maybe that you're even of a higher social status than him, then he wants to earn up to your peer level. So instead of you low, the buyer high social status, you low social status, you want to bring that in alignment. Make sense?
Yeah.